Hello, today we're going to talk about the C major scale, or just major scales in general, but we'll use C as our note of reference, or our tonic note of the major scale today, because that's the traditional thing to do, and you'll see why. But this scale is the foundation of Western music, and it'll sound, familiar to you just naturally. Plus, from the Sound of Music, the major scale is the do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do scale. But instead of using the words do, re, mi, we're going to use numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and back to 1, which is sometimes called 8. And you'll see what I mean. And those are called the degrees of the major scale. So there's 7 notes of it. And it's a pattern, so you can start it anywhere that you would like on the guitar. The most important thing is that you keep to a pattern of whole steps and half steps. Now, before we get into it, a whole step is when you travel 2 frets, an interval of 2 frets. So if I hit a note, I'll just hit A now, and then I'll go up 2 frets. 1, 2. That's a whole step. So A to B. So here's a whole step up. Here's a whole step down. So a half step is going to be half that. So it's just 1 fret. Half step up and down. Alright, so that's pretty simple. Now let's go ahead and find a C note. And here we have A sharp, B, B to C, half step. So 3rd fret A string is a C note. And what we're going to do is we're going to call this our tonic note, or our 1st degree. So we're going to go 1, whole step to 2, whole step to 3, half step to 4, whole step to 5, whole step to 6, whole step to 7, and a half step to 8, which is the same as 1 but an octave higher. So then 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So you have the tonic, then you have 2 whole steps, a half step at 4, from 3 to 4, then 3 whole steps in a row, 5, 6, 7, then a half step again. So there's 2 half steps between 3 and 4, and 7 and 8. And that's what you have to remember about that. And what it does is, if you're in the, playing a chord or playing in the key of C, it's going to create tension as you move away from the tonic note. So I'm going to go ahead and give a demonstration of that. I'm just going to play a C chord pedal, pedal tone of C. So. So it's looping now. And we'll see how the C major scale sounds already. Back to 1. So the further you get away from the tonic note, you're going to create some tension, and it'll be released when you go back to 1. So that's the basics. That's just the basic major scale, and you can play it, start it anywhere. So I'll start at A and end at A as well. So you can just start it anywhere. There's different ways of playing it, but that way is linearly up the neck. Alright.